Hi, everyone. Welcome to Facebook Live. Raj Gavrila here. And this week on Experiencing Intelligent Breakthroughs in Your Performance in Life, we'll revisit putting yourself or your team or another person into the zone. And my definition of the zone is everything's in slow motion. It feels effortless. And you're making some type of performance breakthroughs that you'll never repeat exactly the same way. However, you'll build upon it so that you're in the zone more often. And so you see my model. It's got the different phases, and it's in the invite that I sent for this event or this live session. And that's very important for you to understand that. However, before starting that, what you really need to know are your 5 W's and 1 H. That's a pretty popular tool that a lot of people use, and that's the why, who, why, what, when, where. And then the H is the how. And so before you do whatever it is you do, actually, not even before, the first thing you do is create. Do you know, or do you create your 5 W's and an H? Right? And so are you going to create a who? Not necessarily, because you're not able to create a person directly like that. The only thing you can really do is who does it affect? And it's got to be more than you, obviously, because anything you do does affect someone else in some capacity. So who does it affect? That's really important. The why, which comes before the who does it affect, is why do this? Is there a significant better outcome for this? A focused best vision, a breakthrough, something that makes it fun and enjoyable and exciting. So we have the why, we have the who, the what. When you create, do you think, what do you want to create? What do you want to create? You ever answer that question before you do whatever it is you're about to do? When? When? When do you want to do this? When does it need to be done? When? And then where? Where will this occur? Where will it happen? Where? And that's all for create. Because before you go do whatever it is you do, and you may be in a pretty comfortable place where you know exactly what you're doing and it's just a matter of executing. But do you really sit down and think? Just think through. Might even jot it down or write it down, put an outline to it. And your create phase, the 5 W's and an H. Then after create, you have prepare. So what are the 5 W's and the H for prepare? Then after prepare, you have during. What are the 5 W's and H during? And after the during, you have the after. What are your 5 W's and H? Then after the after, you have the evaluate. What are your 5 W's and H? And after evaluate, you have your next step. What are your 5 W's and H? Now you may think that, wow, that's going to take a long time. It really doesn't. Really, it doesn't. Actually, by you not doing something similar to this in your create, prepare, during, and after, you're actually spending more time and you're not getting the better outcomes that you would love to receive. You would love to receive those. Would you not? It'd be practically rewarding. So it's a little bit counterintuitive, but I see this with my clients. I see this with people. I used to do it before I got into this field and got into doing what I do with helping people experience mental performance and life breakthroughs for better outcomes. And you know what causes this? First of all, they have that mental, you can call it a block, you can call it just a mental diversion that just automatically puts up a flag, says, ah, nope, 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 that'll take too long. And in reality, you're receiving better outcomes in a lot less time. And that's what's effectiveness and efficiency. Because that's another way for you to get in the zone, put yourself in the zone, experience the zone, whatever words you want to use, experience better outcomes, all of those types of things that you want to accomplish. Now, here's what I find that's very, very challenging for people, especially when someone hasn't funded the practical monetization of you doing so, right? They're waiting for everything to clear through before they fund it. And that's just going to be too tough on a lot of people. And that's really one of the challenges that we have. And of course, they do that, obviously, to a certain extent, but they would love to be able to do something that's a little more inclined towards practically rewarding performance and life breakthroughs. And so, regardless of what it is or what your situation is, for you, you need to find out as you're doing this, how is it practically rewarding to you? Like as you do this or as you're preparing, all of those things that I just mentioned, what is your practical reward? And this isn't monetization. This is just what is your practical reward? Have you ever asked yourself that question before you start doing something? Right? A lot of us had to go through 12 years of school before we could even think about doing a job, much less we had another 2 to 4 years in college before anybody was monetizing anything for us, right? But in a way, we had a little bit of funding monetization occurring. And you had someone, family, someone close to you supporting you through the way. As you made those breakthroughs throughout life, you continued to progress, right? And then you did eventually during that point or time, you practically rewarded yourself. But I guarantee you that a lot of people didn't. A lot of people don't. Because you never really thought of it that way. Right? I mean, you might have thought, well, you know, if I do good in school, if I do this, if I do that, if I do this, if I don't do that, etc., then I'll either receive grades for it, great grades, or I'll receive a gift or maybe some allowance money or something to that effect, right? But there's got to be a drive that's greater than that when we're talking about performance in life. And so in addition to the zone and the different ways of getting in there, and then of course there's another one to experience the zone that I just gave you about create, prepare, during, after, evaluate, and next step, and the 5 W's and the H. Here's one that will help you and it will work. And that's your mental conditioning. Do you do practical mental conditioning? Work. Do you do practical mental conditioning work? Or you can use the word performance instead of work. Or you can use the word fun instead of performance, whatever word you want to use. Or you can use the word job instead of work, whatever it is. But do you do practical mental conditioning? Because when you do that, you will see and experience and feel and think about only the positives of whatever it is you're doing. You'll never, and this is challenging to do, but you won't look at and think about the negatives. Now you'll have contingencies, which are if my computer crashes, I have a backup computer or something of that nature, or I have someone to contact. You have those kind of things. But let's say that everything is good regarding the essentials. However, what happens is, because you're not feeling and experiencing the practical reward, your mind goes to that direction of what am I getting? What's in it for me? What is it giving for me? What is it doing for me? And this is a simple concept. However, so many people don't do it. You need to find how it's practically rewarding to you. That's very important. Because as you build that, that's what's driving you, right? And yes, you want the monetization to occur. But really, before that even occurs or during that occurring, you want to have that practical reward, whatever that may be. And when you have that, you'll experience the zone. And when you experience the zone, it's like most things that we experience. The greatness of it is that you can experience it greater. There's more to build and grow. And that's what keeps bringing you back. Is you think to yourself, wow, that felt amazing. That was awesome. That was exciting. That felt effortless. That was unbelievable or fantastic or whatever adjectives you want. Spectacular. And when you do that, you'll naturally want to experience more of it. So put these concepts to use. You can replay the video to watch the mental tools that I just gave you, the mental performance tools. But really, it's your practical mental conditioning and practically rewarding yourself. That's essential for you to experience the zone, to experience those breakthroughs, to go to that next level, whatever it may be, and whatever words you use, whatever words resonate with you, to have more fun and enjoyment, whatever the words are, more excitement, to dream bigger or live bigger uh, or have more energy. I mean, anything that resonates with you, whatever is practically rewarding for you. So apply this learning. I really think about that. And you'll see that you'll experience better intelligent breakthroughs, and you will do it in less time simply because your mind's not diverted. It's not distracted and it's not mentally fatigued because all of its channels are going in one direction, forward and higher. And that's an amazing feeling when you feel you have power and control in that direction. The zone effect this week. You all know the zone for me is everything's in slow motion. You're making a performance breakthroughs and it feels effortless. Well, the zone effect for me is quite interesting this week. And it was just simply finding a way for my clients to experience a breakthrough without them having to do the intervention themselves. So what does that mean, Raj? What's an example of that? Well, it's sort of like if you were someone's client and they gave you a service or software or an app that could do something that you had a tool to do or manually did. However, the type of tool that I'm talking about, because I work on human performance and life breakthroughs, are not product related tools. They're not software tools. They're not equipment tools. They're your inherent tools. Because see, what your mind can do is so powerful. And beyond what you or I or anyone currently knows it's capable of doing. The mind always goes beyond what we think the mind is capable of doing. And so when you realize that, you experience the zone effect. Because wherever you are in your life, whether things are going amazingly well and you're just really doing amazing, or you're comfortable and you're going along and things are good or very good, or they're good, or they're not so good, or you're just in a situation and it's just not fun and you don't see progress, and it's just very tough or challenging, or maybe even a negative situation or intrusive situation or a toxic situation. Whatever you're experiencing, have the knowledge of you being able to, with the right mental performance and life tools. Inherently, because of your mind, your body, your intelligence, that you can make tremendous breakthroughs. And those breakthroughs will come like this. They're not going to just come and this huge, humongous breakthrough. That's very rare. But they can come and then make a big one, then come like that. That can't happen. So think about that, and I hope you have a meaningful trigger for this evening. This evening, I know I have a meaningful trigger. I'm attending a board meeting. So it's always nice to attend the board meeting because I get to see people, and we're doing very important work in the community here. And that's very important because we have families and friends and people we don't even know that we want to show that this is a great community to live in, and we want them to participate and be involved in making this the community that they want to raise their family in, to live in, to work in, to play in, to rest in, to relax in, and to just have fun and enjoyment in. So that's what my meaningful trigger is this evening. For those of you at 4 o'clock, I'll be talking about experiencing innovation and entrepreneurial leadership.